Welcome to Inside Nguyen. Today I would like to introduce a special guest who always want to contribute to the development between Nguyen province and Finland. So I would like to introduce Mr. Kari Luto, ambassadors of Finland in Vietnam. Firstly, thanks for your participation today.
Thank you.
And would you like to give the evaluation about the cooperation potentials between Nguyen and Finland in the future?
We have had recent contacts between Finland, Finnish companies and Nguyen province. So your province's vice chairman and delegation was in Finland about half a year ago, and they then kindly also invited me to come and visit this week, and then we have had several Finnish companies now kind of in discussions of starting projects in Nguyen. So there's contact, and always when there's contact, that's good. Then we know that the province has relatively big projects with the World Bank coming in development of the Nguyen city, and we're of course very interested to know about these projects. So I think there is good potential and things moving, but it's always up to the companies, and I mean companies from Vietnamese side and companies on Finnish side, and universities also to find each other. So the diplomats and officials we can facilitate.
Finland is the strength of education, and Nguyen also is one of the three biggest education system in Vietnam. So, in your opinion, should we focus on this field?
Well, I think it was very good. I had a chance to visit and to learn, and I understood now that also mid-March there will be a Vietnamese delegation going to Finland to a conference on the teaching profession, which is organized by Finnish Ministry of Education and OECD, and there will be one of the rectors of one of the universities in Nguyen also participating, and Finland University, which is a group of Finnish universities active in the Vietnam education market, they are in talks in Nguyen of cooperation, and then there's a Finnish company engaged in the Eco Valley area concerning establishing of a kindergarten, so preschool education. So there are contacts. Overall, education is a big field for Finland in Vietnam. I mean, it's not only for Finland. Very many countries are active in the education market in Vietnam, and Finland is active. And we're very proud that Finnish education has a good reputation and a good image in Finland. And we of course hope that we can build on that image. So education is a kind of natural item and a natural field of cooperation, and hopefully we can find both in high-level education and then in school-level education projects that could be done together. So answer is yes.
Yeah. And education is the strength of Finland. So would you like to share the difference between education system in Finland and in other countries to have the Finland to lead in the world on education?
I'm not an education specialist, so I'm a generalist diplomat, but I think Finnish education has a good reputation for many reasons. I mean, quality and cost aspects, but I think the biggest single question about Finnish education is teachers. That in Finland, teaching is a very highly appreciated profession, highly educated, well paid actually also, or relatively well paid, and teachers have a lot of responsibility and a lot of autonomy. So they conduct their daily work in school with a lot of independence and independent responsibility. I think this is the kind of big trademark issue of Finnish education, and we have been successful in the PISA tests that has been like proof of success. But I think also then we have a very long-term tradition in education in Finland that throughout our independence education has been very highly valued, and in Finnish families it's understood that the way to go forward in life is through education, and good education of your children, and education is equal. Everyone has right to education. It's not based on your family income and your wealth, and this has been kind of the history of how the Finnish education system was born. Then only very recently we have started exporting education knowledge and education services. That's a relatively recent thing.
I know that over 50% of area in Finland is the forestry. So THÁNG also have many areas is the forestry. So would you like to give your suggest on this cooperation between the sides?
Well, we have been cooperating with Vietnamese forest industry and with MARD, the Ministry for Agricultural Resources and Rural Development in forestry issues. And Finland has had a big project in Vietnam on real-time assessment of forest resources. And this Forest project was just now recently handed over to Vietnam, so it ended now. And we are looking at other ways of forestry involvement here, but we have a long-term forest cooperation history in Vietnam, and this Forest project has been a successful project. So this is one of the themes also for the future. Finland produces a lot of forest-related technology, but also then forest-related innovation, and it's a part of our bioeconomy drive to have a forest innovation. So I think these are also topics for further contact then with Taiwan province.
So could you introduce something about forestry exports in your country?
Well, I mean, traditionally Finland exported a lot of paper. So let's say we have green gold. So green gold came from paper and pulp industry and paper product industry, and then of course also just exporting wood and wood products. I know there's a lot of development right now happening in Vietnam. The Vietnamese furniture industry is very quickly going forward, and I think there we can try to find points of contact, and also for Finland. Finland has exported kind of high quality wood products to Vietnam. Paper products and pulp products at some points, maybe some exports, I don't know exactly the amounts. Then we are involved in the plantation forest industry. That's also one of our involvements in this region, not so much in Vietnam, but in this region all in all. So I think there are prospects, but even here companies have to find each other. So governmental organizations, embassies, we can only indicate, we can kind of point the road, but then it has to be companies that find interest in investment and in financial participation and in trade.
I hope that your sharing today with the real cooperation between two sides in the upcoming time. Once more again, thanks for joining us today.
Okay, thank you.
That's come to end. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye and see you next time.